Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Young here with a Super Smash Bros. Trailer analysis. I've been playing Super Smash Bros. Longer than I can remember, so I am very excited to analyze the debut trailer for the next entry in the Super Smash Bros. Franchise. There's a lot to talk about, so without further ado, let's dive right into it. The first thing we see when the trailer opens is a little cutscene teasing a new Nintendo character making his debut on this new Super Smash Bros. Game. Any Nintendo fan could easily recognize this location as an Animal Crossing town, with the new character being none other than the villager. Now, if we freeze here, we can see a number of Animal Crossing characters who may appear in the form of assist trophies, the way Mr. Rossetti did for Brawl, or they could simply appear as background characters in the Animal Crossing stage. We'll see. Soon after, we get a glimpse at the various Nintendo worlds that the game will feature, and the CG cutscene suggests that we'll see another adventure mode similar to the Subspace Emissary from Brawl, which also featured CG cutscenes. Hopefully they'll improve on the concept, because honestly, the Subspace Emissary was a bit lackluster for me at least. Regardless, I am looking forward to what Sakurai and his team comes up with for the single-player adventure mode. Then from CG we go right into the gameplay for the 3DS version, which has a watercolor aesthetic to it. Imagine Skyward Sword's graphics on a Super Smash Bros. Game, and you get the 3DS version of the game. I think Nintendo made a smart move. This sort of art style suits the power and portable nature of the 3DS much better than the full-on HD graphics. Seconds later, we get to see the game in action, and I've gotta say, this game looks great on the 3DS. My only concern is the controls. I really hope Nintendo bundles in some kind of peripheral that turns 3DS into a decent controller, because a game as fast-paced as this cannot be played to its full extent on 3DS's current setup. Anyways, the stage in this particular scene is unquestionably the Smash Bros. Classic Battlefield, and Mario kicks things off with his up B move, the Super Jump Punch. Then we move to another stage, the entrance to Gerudo Valley from Ocarina of Time, in which we get to witness Link performing his up B move, the Spin Attack. Next up is another new stage, the Spirit Train from The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks, in which Donkey Kong performs his grab and hold move on Samus. And there's Pikachu just chillin', taking in the view. Now this next stage I'm not too sure about, but it looks like it could be the arena from Fire Emblem Awakening, which could be confirmation that we'll see characters from Awakening replacing the current Fire Emblem cast, such as Marth and Ike. Then we are taken to what looks to be a Mario stage, although I'm not particularly sure from which game this one's from. If you have more specifics, be sure to let our NASIAN know in the comments below. Within the stage, we see Pit performing his aerial forward A attack, while Bowser pummels his two opponents with his down B move, what I like to call the ass smash. Now here's something interesting. We have seen Nintendogs as assist trophies, but it looks like this time the game will feature entire stages based on Nintendogs. Looks interesting. And finally, for the 3DS version, we get a glimpse at what seems to be the adventure mode for this upcoming game. You can tell by the fact that Mario is all by himself, with the camera centered on him alone. Now, as for whether the 3DS and Wii U versions will share the same adventure mode, or if each will have their own stories, that is still unknown. I would guess the games will be quite similar, since they are meant for cross-platform play. After a good look at the 3DS version of the game, we finally dive into the Wii U version with its glorious HD graphics right back into the Battlefield stage. I really like the torn Super Smash flags in the background, along with the destroyed structures. There's certainly a lot more happening in the background here than the Brawl version of the same stage. Now in this particular scene, we can see Bowser attempting to hit Mario with a down B ass smash, while Fox attempts his up B special, which I like to call the Fire Fart. Mario counters Bowser with a charged forward A attack, while Link counters Fox with his up B special, the Spin Attack, creating a rather badass scene. Then Mario proceeds to do a little dance and song about it with his up A and forward A moves, and then we proceed to a very short shot with Pit using what seems to be some kind of item, or could this be a new move for Pit? Let me know in the comments below if you know specifically what Pit is holding here. Then we get a close-up of Link performing his forward A attack, and as Smash Bros. Players are familiar with, pressing A again will have Link performing a second attack. Also notice the stage. Skyward Sword fans will recognize this stage as Skyloft. Next up is Samus, who along with Bowser is on this new custom Super Smash Bros. Stage resembling a boxing or wrestling ring. The attack we see here is Samus's soft forward A. Her forward plus A attack would have her punching the enemy with her cannon. Yeah, kinda like that. Then, once again, we are back at Skyloft. Now, we've seen Skyloft in previous shots, but that time the characters were on ground, which means that the Skyloft stage is likely dynamic, moving across various regions of the stage, both by land and air. In this shot, we get to witness Samus unleashing her fully charged beam on Donkey Kong after he is hit by Link's forward A. Pikachu then proceeds to finish him off with his very powerful and very annoying down B special, and Donkey, well, he just crashed the wrong party. Still in Skyloft, we get a close-up of Pit using his wings to fly, a move Brawl players will be familiar with. Quite an insane recovery move. And while the next shot also remains in Skyloft, we are shown another region of the stage, I believe right next to the statue of the goddess from what I can tell. Link attempts a running A attack, but Donkey Kong counters with his powerful up B move known as the Spinning Kong. In the next shot, we move into an Animal Crossing stage similar to what we've seen in Brawl, with Kirby performing his famous down B special, and Pikachu says, "Fuck that shit." Then we are right back to Battlefield, during which we witness our first look at the return of Final Smash through Samus. Her Final Smash in this game seems to be quite similar to what we have seen in Brawl. Last but not least, we are back to the Super Smash Bros. Battle ring with a classic battle between Mario and Bowser. Mario attempts an up A headbutt attack, but Bowser quickly defends and counters with a brand new move. Correct me if I'm wrong, since I have not played as Bowser all that much in a long time, but this jump kick was definitely not in Brawl. His jump forward A attack was a claw slash, and his forward A was a headbutt from what I remember. Again, if I'm wrong, please be sure to point it out in the comments below, but from what I can remember, I've never seen Bowser do this move at all. Soon after, we are introduced to a newcomer, the Villager from Animal Crossing. Yes, Mario, my mind was as blown as yours is now. We are very quickly introduced to some of his new moves. I'm gonna guess that this is the Villager's standard B special, which allows the Villager to stun his enemies with the right timing. Then we proceed to take a look at the Villager's running A attack, pretty hilarious and true to the Animal Crossing spirit. Now this right here is definitely not a special move. That is unquestionably a new item derived from the balloon fight game. In the next shot, we have the Villager dropping a bowling ball. I can't tell if this is actually one of his moves or if the bowling ball is some kind of item. I haven't played enough of Animal Crossing to know if bowling balls are part of the game, so if you know, let our nation know in the comments below. If I had to guess though, I could see the bowling ball being a forward A attack. Next up, we see the Villager performing what I'm quite sure to be his down B special, which allows him to absorb powers with the right timing. Very similar to Mario's forward B move, except instead of reflecting projectiles, the Villager absorbs them. Finally, we get a look at the Villager performing one last special move, which I am guessing to be the forward B special, which has the Villager cut down a tree to deal a good load of damage if the tree hits the opponent. The attack seems quite strong, but balanced out by how long it takes to execute. Finally, we get a look at artwork of all characters revealed thus far, and I've gotta say, Link looks absolutely badass. It's like a more realistic version of Skyward Sword's Link. He looks awesome, and I can't wait to see what Sheik looks like. Sheik is and will always be my main character, so I hope they don't get rid of her. But you know what? I have a feeling that Sheik will not be in this game. Instead, we'll probably see Zelda be her own character, while Impa from Skyward Sword replaces Sheik, having similar movesets. If this happens, Zelda will get a new down B special, and if Impa retains most of Sheik's moves, then Sheik, now Impa, will also have a new down B special. As long as I have Sheik or a character with very similar movesets, possibly Impa, I'll be happy. And thus ends my analysis for this amazing trailer. That is it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. I still have the Mega Man trailer to analyze, but I'll do that in a separate video. Be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and would like to show your support. To be further updated on Super Smash Bros., be sure to join the NASIAN and subscribe to Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much, and Young out.